I'm saying? We see section 3. We see section 3 does not specify how it is to be invoked, but section 5 say Congress has enforcement power according to Congress enforced section 3 by enacting the Enforced Act of the 1870s. You know what I'm saying? This is after they created the Ku Klux Klan and after they doing the terrorist shit. You know what I'm saying? The the pertinent portion of which was repealed. You know what I'm saying? Repealed in 1948. It was repealed in 1948. All right, pay attention, people. 1948. There is still a current federal statute, 18 USC, whatever the little symbol is. I forgot the name of that symbol. I call it, but 23, 2, 2383. So that's 18 USC with asterisk 2383. That was initially part of the confession, in a confiscation, it, part of the confiscation act of 18, you know what I'm saying, 62, and revised in 1948, disqualifying insurrection from federal office. More, each house, moreover, each house of Congress can expel, exclude members for insurrection or other reasons although it is uncertain whether more votes may be required to exclude. You know what I'm saying? Exclude the exclude a further way that, you know what I'm saying, Congress can enforce Section 3 is via, you know what I'm saying, is via after, you know what I'm saying, the amendment adopted, you know what I'm saying, in 1868. Disqualification was seldom enforced in the southern states. Yeah, I wonder why. At the urging of President Ulysses S. Grant in 1872, Congress passed the Amnesty Act, which removed the disqualification from all but the most senior Confederates. 1898, as a gesture of national unity, during the Spanish-American War, Congress passed another law, you know what I'm saying, bordering the amnesty, you know what I'm saying, bordering the amnesty, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, Congress uh, 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 post 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 though mostly posthumously lift whatever posthumously lift, I guess, to like for a moment or whatever, lift the disqualification from Confederate General Robert E. Lee in 1975. You know what I'm saying? And later in 1970. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Confederate President Jefferson Davis in 1978. Oh yeah, these waivers do not bar Section 3 from being used today. Yes, it fucking does. Because you cannot do your job and die. You cannot say one is good for your heroes and tyrants or whoever they may be. You know what I'm saying? And you want to excuse it for the demon democraticals, but when it comes to the Republicans, you're full of shit. Now, we see between Reconstruction and and 2021, section was invoked only once. It was used to block social the Socialist Party of America members Victor L. Berger of Wisconsin, convicted of violating the Espionage Act for opposing U.S. entry into World War One, from assuming his seat in the House, and we shouldn't have had no World War One. I would have opposed the motherfucker as well. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? From assuming the seat in the House of Representatives in 1919 and 1920. You know what I'm saying? Berger conviction was overturned, boom, boom, bow, overturned by the Supreme Court in Berger versus the United States. Nah, no wonder they wanted to try to block Trump from the Supreme Court. You know what I'm saying? In 1921, after which he was elected. In 1921, he was elected. He was elected to three su- successive terms in 1920s. He was seated. He was seated for all three terms. So what the fuck is you talking about? Some Donald J. Trump. You will see January 6th, United States, Baphomet, January 6th, Luciferian, Baphomet, Luciferian Day, United States Capitol attack. You know what I'm saying? Not on January 10th, you know what I'm saying? 2020, Nancy Pelosi, dance, blood-sucking vampire clown ass mother. Shut your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Talking about some motherfucker. She should have never been in government at all. Talking about House Speaker. Formally requested representatives to input as to whether to pursue Section 3 disqualification of, listen, outgoing President Donald J. Trump because of his role. You see what I'm saying? You see how she brings it back in? You see how she cons the game and put it, and what we just read does not say anything to me about a disqualification in no shape or form. Matter of fact, what I just read prior shows the pardoning of that law. So now she wants to bring it in as if it is the most dangerous president in the world, and we got to get him out of it. So we got to use this because that's all they've got. Let's just be straight here. So she wants to try to slick a jive it now. You see? But if it was a demon Democrat, she would have been in there slick and jiving to use it to pardon him. You see what I'm saying? So they're using this here to get at Donald Trump, but none of it holds water to me in court. And it shows where you even did it and moved it to the Supreme Court. And that same person who you said did an insurrection on some con game shit or whatever he did, he hold 3 consecutive terms. You know what I'm saying? He holds 3 consecutive terms, you know what I'm saying, of office in that matter. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it doesn't specify any of that. But he was able to hold office for, he was able to hold office, Berger, whatever his name was, you know what I'm saying, after which he was elected 3 successive terms. He was successive terms in 1920. You know what I'm saying? So we see where Nancy Pelosi done said, you know what I'm saying, up here with her bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Talking about you want to do it because of this and that. No, you want to disqualify him because you know he coming after your fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Nancy Pelosi, done said. You know what I'm saying? Disqualify the outgoing president, Donald J. Trump. You know what I'm saying? He's still the president. He's outgoing. Your ass is. You're garbage, Nancy Pelosi. Goodbye. You Luciferian ass. Stop sucking blood, too. It make you look terrible. You look like a skeleton or some alien creature. You know what I'm saying? Outgoing president. I'm going to use your term. He's the president, but he's the president. Fuck you, outgoing. You know, Trump because of his role, and he didn't have no role in that. You're a lie. That's bullshit. His role was not involved. You cannot prove that. Even Berger, or whatever his name is, has now come forward and said that he did not tell him to do that. So what the fuck is you still pursuing? And your 3 other states is pursuing to disqualify Donald J. Trump. So we know those 3 states I mentioned is a part of the Luciferian kiss your country goodbye bullshit. And that is true. If you don't get your shit together and stop fucking around with these clown motherfuckers, you can kiss your country goodbye. I said that from a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But we see here where, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because of his act on that, he's saying on the January 11, 2021, Representative, you know what I'm saying, Khan Bush, a demon Democrat of probably Montana, a 47-year-old I think co-sponsored, introduced a resolution calling for the expulsion under section, you know what I'm saying? He called for expulsion under some bullshit lying shit. He ain't calling under no real court case or real shit. Because number one, Trump didn't go to the White House. You barred him from going to the White House with Michael Pence in the motorcade, to where he damn near had to choke somebody to say, I want to be there. And you made sure that he was not. To make sure that he didn't see all the crooked shit that was going on that the demon Democrat had planned. See, if Trump went there, it would have put a stalemate in that hole. And a lot of people that were there working for the FBI, CIA, probably even the military, you know, and every secret deep state fucking secret society, and every Luciferian motherfucker that's down with this, rappers, all that, and all type of white people that was down with the bullshit, not rappers, but all kinds, because most of them black, but all type of crooked motherfucker that was working for the FBI, the CIA, and this and that was there. And they did not want Trump to go there, because if Trump went there, he would have recognized majority of them. Or maybe some of them. So they made sure that he wasn't there. So how did he encourage something? Or you said in Nancy Pelosi, Dunson. You know what I'm saying? You said on January 10th, Nancy Pelosi Dunson, the so-called fake ass wannabe House Speaker, a crooked motherfucker from all four corners, you know what I'm saying, formally requested representative input to as whether to pursue the Section 3 disqualification, you know what I'm saying, of outgoing president of the President of the United States. Show some fucking respect, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that straight. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't nothing but a bastard child. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But this man, name I'm about to call, is the president and the hero of this country this year. And his name is Donald J. Trump. Respect that. And I won't call you out your name. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because of his role. Because of his role. What role? Raffensperger just told you he did not say that. So what role is you standing on? That's number one. You clown ass son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? What role? I don't see no role that he played. We still waiting to see that. And you got all kind of funky ass witnesses that are up there lying their ass off through their teeth, talking about his role. What role? A phone call? So you're prosecuting this man and indicting this man on stuff that you say he did. You know what I'm saying? Even when it came to Michigan and other states, we proved that y'all cheated. And them black women should be ashamed of their goddamn self to sit up here and lie like that and expect justice, you know what I'm saying, for black people under your lying guise of the demon blood clot sucking demon Democrat who sold us out to China, Kyrgyzstan, and every other country to come in this country, digging deep, and they even goes with the Muslims as well. Don't give me that bull. You know what I'm saying? On January 11th, you know what I'm saying, the representative Khan fucking Bush, a con artist motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, who helped probably knock down the World Trade Center as well, and 47 correspondents introduced a resolution calling for expulsion in Section 3 of members of Congress to vote against certifying the result in the 2020 presidential election, or to incite the January 6th. He didn't incite a motherfucking thing, you lying son of a bitch. You incited it, demon Democrat, and we can prove that. You clown ass son of a bitch. Now come up off of Trump or I'm going to expose it. Now, let's move on. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to let you get your little rocks off. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, you know what I'm saying, Congress who voted against certifying the results of the 20. He didn't know. You had already cheated it. It was already, you know what I'm saying, done and said. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It was already done and said. When we look at it, you know, you talking about, you know, introducing a resolution called for expulsion under Section 3, members of Congress to vote against certifying the results of the. No, nobody did that. That's a lie. An election. And, or incite the. He didn't incite anything. He was never there. All you have is a phone call and a bunch of crooked motherfucker lying for you. That's why them black ladies was up in there crying and shit and playing and going right along with the Democrats and their piece of shit. But we have proof that you cheated that in itself. And when you talk about, you know what I'm saying, inciting any type of riot, you had already did that using Black Lives Matter and every fucking group that you could find to come out and go left and go right. So get out of my face with all this piece of shit. But we see here where, you know, those names in the resolution, including Republican representatives, see, including Mo Brooks, yeah, oh yeah, of Alabama, and Alabama, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And Louis Goddard or whatever his name is, two fucking brothers, son, like two idiots to me, of Texas who took part in the rally that, you know what I'm saying, proceeded proceed the rally that proceed the riot, you know what I'm saying, and Republican Senate. Whether they took place in it or not, you know what I'm saying, nobody wants to know that fucking shit. They could have still been working for your dumb ass. Get out of my face. You know what I'm saying? Get out of my face. Get out of my face. You know what I'm saying? Texas, who took part in that, you know what I'm saying, and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Republican Senator, you know what I'm saying, Josh Hawley of Missouri and Ted Cruz of Texas, who objected to the counting, you know what I'm saying, electoral votes to certify creepy ass motherfucking creepy fucking Luciferian cheating in the government. You know what I'm saying? Bullshit to go. You know what I'm saying? Biden creepy Joe administration along with Kamala Harris. You know what I'm saying? After Representative, you know what I'm saying, Madison Cawthorn, the Republican of North Carolina, you know, declared his intent to run for re-election in 2022. A group of North Carolina voters who from I guess his name is Crosshorn or whatever, you know what I'm saying, district, you know what I'm saying, filed a suit alleging that a speech he gave immediately prior the Capitol Hill incited it. No, listen, what the fuck is he talking about? Is American people, what the fuck is wrong with you? Is the American people just went on stuck on stupid? It doesn't matter what fucking speech he gave. It's called freedom of speech. Number one, it didn't incite any fucking riot. Number two, number three, you did that by what you did in the election and prior to the election, going all the way back to Trump's election, campaign against Hillary Clinton. And 47 years total. You have been ramping, selling out this country, doing all kinds of nasty pedophilia, underground nasty shit, probably in the Central Park, and probably in Disney World. You are sex trafficking and pedophilia and nastiness. Like I said, it stink would make you fucking throw the fuck up. And you black niggas is out there following that shit? Talking about signing a contract and getting millions of dollars to keep your mouth shut and don't help your people? Only 1 or 2 minutes. But talking about the speech gave immediately prior to the Capitol riot, inciting it, and therefore Section 3 disqualifies him from holding office again. You full of shit. You're using this Section 3 too loosely. It's way too loosely. You know what I'm saying? The federal judge entered a preliminary injunction in favor of Crawford, citing the Amnesty Act in 1872. However, on May 24, 2022, an appellate court ruled that the law applied only to people who committed constitutional wrongful act before 1872. A similar challenge, which a federal court, declined to block, was filed against Marjorie Taylor Greene, of course. You know what I'm saying? The Republican of Georgia, and heard in April 2022 in Atlanta. Greene sued to strike down the unconstitutional law that allowed her eligibility to the contest. You know what I'm saying? Yes, she should have. You know what I'm saying? You clown ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But we see with Griffin, whatever his name is, whatever Griffin, you know what I'm saying, of Ontario County, you know what I'm saying, New Mexico. Oh, yeah. The commissioner who barred from holding a public office for life in September 22, you know what I'm saying, by District Court Judge France Matthew, who found his participation as the leader of the Cowboys for Trump group during the during one attack, you know what I'm saying, on the Capitol Hill was an act of insurrection under Section. Get the fuck out of here! You using it in the wrongful ways. You have completely gone crazy with this constitutional law. But when it comes to the constitutional right of the people saying no to the vax, you know what I'm saying, and many vetted shit you want to do to them with that poisonous medicine you call some kind of solution, you know what I'm saying, you don't listen to the Constitution, so you are committing an insurrection against the people as a whole. And you are inciting riots. Meanwhile, you are stroking the back of the enemies, and it's proving in the foreign dealings, tapes, fake names, and all types of other shit that seems to be popping up every single fucking day. But you talking about disqualifying Trump? Get the fuck out of here. Y'all got it. So this is Point Black saying, stay right, stay tight, and we gonna stay in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm coming back tonight. It ain't over until we get it right. What?